Hi. My name is Agent Midori, and I just kind of wanted to try streaming out for the first time. I kind of spent about 4 minutes. I went live for like 4 minutes, and it honestly didn't work out too well just because I couldn't get the audio right. But let's get started. I recently bought Second Term. I haven't played it, so I'll do a fresh start on it. Alright, let's get started. So I've played the original one, First Term DLC. Let's do the Second Term right now since I've already played First Term before. But if you haven't played First Term, I would highly suggest it. Basically, just trying to go to prom with some monsters. It's very easy. Let's do full game. Spooky High School. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna try to do the voices if I can. So I have water near me. Spooky High School, the sweetest years of our lives. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. So, I know this one's kind of bad because Cry did that voice, but yeah. So I kind of had a slight crush on him just because of how he looks, but she's actually my favorite. So I'm gonna go with a custom name. We'll just go with M-I-D-O. If I need my alphabet, Midori, because that's who I am. Actually, wow, these are very loud. Alright, and I like to be called as a she. So, yep. And yet, we had to experience the ultimate challenge with Monster Prom. That one is Aaron Hansen. I know that one for sure. Clearly, there were 6 weeks left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were scrambling to attract the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. He's so cute. Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was cute as she was genocidal. Polygeist. Pun. A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien Levitt. I forgot his name, but I remember the vine he's supposed for as far as the vine for like, what are you hungry for? The souls of the innocent. A bagel. No! 2 bagels. And yeah, he's 21, so Damon Levitt. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and love of fire. Liam de Lioncourt. Sorry, I cannot read. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe forever? So she's new. I've only heard about her. She is an otaku Cthulhu monster? Yeah. An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. So apparently you could get her somewhere in the first game, but I never got her. So yeah. Kako's Howard Packard, a library computer who had become sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Obling, a mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It's great to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So, so to start, you have to take a pop quiz to see who is your best fit. And from that, the answers are kind of obvious, but yeah. Our minds are rotten, but they are rotten and very mandatory still. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD to bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. So the nice thing is this is very pop culture. So it's gonna be that. One of the questions when I played it by myself once was well, like a couple times. I've gotten Doki Doki Literature Club, and I loved it. Bunch of absurd questions and your turn to answer into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that will better reflect your true selves. Let's start. One day you wake up and you swap bodies with your mom. In a very 90s film fashion, what was the worst thing that could happen? Messing? No. I listen to Japanese screamo, K-pop, Korean rap, Korean American rap, just kind of really anything. The only things I really don't listen to is country, very hardcore rap. I'm not too sure how do I define that. Trying to think what else I listen to, but I listen to a lot. Meeting all my friends and actually being more popular than me. I don't think she'd be more popular. She would be more terrified and questioning who I actually am. She's killing her lifelong rival while in my body so she can frame me for the murder. The more likely answers from me would be probably my mom's not even a metalhead. She's sorry, my cat was on my lap. My legs are falling asleep because of it. If anything, she would probably get rid of my music because she doesn't like it. She's a very Midwestern, stereotypical mom. Which is your soul emoji? The emoji that speaks the truth of your soul. So I don't really use emojis. This is really bad. I still create mine by like typing them out. Octopus emoji. Wow, that's a thing. Octopus emoji. That's cute. Snowman because the motherfucker's in the middle of a blizzard. He's fucking smiling. He doesn't give a fuck about. Yeah, I would do that one to be honest because I actually like the snow. If you're a D&D character, what would be your class? Okay, where is it? Oh. So I usually play a rogue. Tiefling rogue. So Moneymaker, Gunhaver, the prettiest one. That's obviously Bard. Or regular Bard. Prettiest one? Probably that. I don't know. No. It's probably that one. Oh! If you're a product, what would be your slogan? You don't understand me, and that's how you know I'm cool. For fans, by fans. Be ready for a long trip together. Objectively better than the other options. Too expensive to you. I command you enjoy me. For fans, by fans. And see, as you can tell, like, you know the characters. I only know some of them. But, yeah. Alright. So, we're pretty smart. Our charm is bad. Forgot where I want to be charming. I think... So, I think I want to go to the auditorium that day we're rehearsing for the class play. And so the muses themselves are descended to give you, figuratively, oral sex. Your performance is tense and inspiring. You'll be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Alright, well now I have high creativity again. Womp womp. You're living your spookiest life when you hear the giggling of an eldritch cutie pie, met by the snorting of an angry prince of hell. This will be fun. I'm definitely saying that that's definitely not how you lost your horn. I'm just saying that's just one of my headcanons for it. Headcanon? Yeah. How can I imagine you lost it in my mind when you think all cool adventures, even at Spooky High, must have gone on before? I joined all of your regular girls don't come up and ask me if I nobly sacrificed my horn for the coven because I secretly horny for hope. Okay, but I have a Spooky High Seas AU where the whole school is a pirate ship and you lost your horn to a bad case of scurvy. What? Fuck scurvy. If I was a pirate, I'd only get the coolest, most dangerous diseases. I also wrote a Human High AU where you were not missing your horn at all. You're missing your wang. How is a horn an analog for a wang? Also, don't answer that. Stop making up canons about my head. Not the only canons I like are the ones with two ends. I'll happily stop making up head canons if you tell me the real story. I don't like any of these options. You can tell that Zoe that Damien lopped off one of his horns to piss off his dads. You feel like you heard that somewhere. But friends don't tell friends their other friends' horny secrets. Looks like this is a job for lying. And maybe, just maybe, you can use your answer to impress one of your very attractive classmates. Okay, so this is where you have to decide kind of who will please who. As we know, demons' horns are very powerful and averaging. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his wink. Who gives a fuck how Damien lost him? You should see what the other guy lost. It was boasting. I kind of like this one. Ooh. Yeah, that's... Because you gotta go off of the stats and I kind of suck. So, then the charming department. This is going to be the most realistic spooky my fanfic ever. What? No, that's not how I dare. Don't you dare write that shit down. Why not? It's going to be so sexy and steamy and draw everyone's attention to the fact that demon horns are potent aphrodisiacs. I can only foresee sexy consequences to this. That's because you're not the one with the horns attached to your damn body. I still have one horn left. You be tentacle dum-dum. We're going to high school for horny monsters. Do the math. Oh no. Do you think people might read my fanfic and come after you? Maybe? Alrighty. What? Why did you say that Demon Slayer's name with that thirsty look in your eyes? Because I wrote a really detailed fanfic where you and I've already put aside your differences and she murdered me for my horn so she could sell it to fund murder the other monsters because that's the only thing that could come of this. So you really think I've already read my fanfiction? Gosh damn it, Zoe! And gosh damn it, Midori, for starting this shit. You're going to get everyone in the school killed if you go on like this. Midori? Get everyone killed? But then there will be no one left to write the fanfic about. I hate it when reality gets in the way of my carefully crafted fantasies. I'm out. Well, that certainly took a turn for the worse. Too bad. Because writing a fanfiction with Zoe would be like third base. You lose 2 creativity and 1 fun. Dang it! Now I gotta figure out how to get creative. Is it class? Dang it. It's been a while. Oh, right. I gotta figure out who to sit with. So, she's a shopkeeper, but I'm pretty sure I'm poor. She's pretty hard to get, but let's try to target. It's not like Zoe and Miranda aren't always the perkiest, I guess, but they seem extra perky as they skitter around writing things down in their notebooks. Doubtless you're admiring our guests, our great work, Midori. You see, we are now food critics. Zoe has hired me for her magazine. Totally a real food magazine. It's an honor to have you on board, Your Highness. Zoe holds up a bunch of papers stapled together with doodles and crayons that seem to be ultra truants, with some sparkly scratch adhesive stickers stuck on top. If you are quiet and subservient, you may watch us in our quest to be the best food critics ever. I was a little hesitant about finding this very legitimate magazine since I'm new to eating things other than minds and souls. And I usually have my eating serfs eat for me. But then Zoe and I realized we were the absolute best food critics according to our test audience, which was comprised of Miranda's food serfs. Now, which of us create culinary criticism magic? First up, macaroni and cheese. This food contains both macaroni and cheese, and therefore deserves 5 stars for the accurate description. Next, couscous with vegetables. I never tried it, and the piece seems way too small to even register in my mini mouse. I won't try to eat it either, but it sounds very, very fancy. So 5 stars. Here's this microwave. Oh yes, very shiny and very cubic shaped, which are both good qualities for a food. 5 stars. Here are some French fries. They don't seem to be particularly French, but they do seem particularly un-French either. Oh dear, we even determined their Frenchosity. Psh, easy. That's your specialty. I kind of want to go after Zoe, to be honest. My French curves were the most French cuisine, therefore calculate their Frenchosity. Miranda, I'm probably gonna lose Miranda, but I'm kind of targeting Zoe right now, because why not? Nerds and nerds. How did you know my French-themed spooky high AU Les Monsterables? Wow, that was a mouthful. You're truly my #1 fan, aren't you? By #1 fan, she means trying to get in her tentacles on prom night, then sure. If you find them to be sufficiently good kissers, my elder compadre, I will join you on this endeavor. It will be good practice for me when my prince comes along, provided I'm not in an enchanted slumber at the time. I really feel like people should be kissing people in any kind of slumber, but that's a separate issue, so I'm just gonna make out with this fried potato now. She does! Gosh, if everything was animated. Yes, I found that kiss to be French and fried. 5 stars! 5 stars, and Midori, maybe you and I can work on other kissing adventures sometime? Yes! Heck yes! And you do. It's called giving butterfly kisses to honey roasted butterflies to determine their butterfly factor. Man, she is a nerd. 5 stars! I think this is where I get fun, but I don't think I need to go to the shop just yet. Gosh, where do I get charm again? To the bathroom? Maybe. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your teammate spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural born leader. You gain 2 charm. Yes! Alright. I think fun's outdoors, so next time when she's out there, because I don't need to go to the shop yet. You're trying to focus on your own love life, but then The sloppy makeout sounds coming from Violet and Tate are making it difficult. Take that somewhere else. My snakes will never be able to digest their food if they have to watch this disgusting display. Yeah, and my fanfiction muse is running for the hills. How am I supposed to write romance when the two of you are making it look so unappealing? Well, it sounds like somebody is a little bit jealous of our amazing, perfect, wonderful relationship. We're not bothering anyone. You commented on my fanfiction, still not as romantic as Every Day with My Babe. And then a bunch of heart eye emojis, stars, and also the kimono emoji? Why did you comment the kimono emoji? You see, Zoe, this is why I bet that it's better to be strong, independent, nightmare creature. Terrifying women. You know I don't know what you're talking about. Midori, you're always trying to romance your classmates in this. Unlike Clue Ways, it's a couples versus a pair of people who don't understand the joys of being a couple. Go on and be the tiebreaker. Well, if Zoe and Vera don't want to be in the relationships, it's gonna be hard to get them in a relationship with you. Time to convince one of them. Zoe, when you're in a relationship, sorry, he came out of nowhere. Zoe, when you're in a relationship, you can still do. I'm gonna go with Zoe. Oh! Okay, well, I'm gonna lose some fun here. We'll need to definitely go outside. That's some classic Midori nonsense fueled by traditional closed-minded beliefs. You don't have to be in a relationship to do a couple's costume, and if Vera and I wanted to do costumes as Pewtery and Shane, we totally could. And we're not dating. Although I bet some fans would totally want us to see us since we can be both scary and I have tentacles and she has snakes, so there's probably something sexy that could happen there. And you're done. But if I were in a relationship with Vera, you're not. But people wanted to be in a relationship with Liam, and because purple and purple will look beautiful, or Calcasar, since we're both new students, we can't be in a relationship. Think how disappointing that would be for anyone not on board. Hashtag all ships are valid. Well, I think in a relationship is magical and we've never disappointed anyone. Because you don't have any fans. Ooh, sick for him, but also Zoe isn't a fan of relationship. So, not at all. Now, which does not bode well for you. Congrats on losing 2 charm and 1 creativity. Why do I suck at charm? I really need to get charm up. The library. Let's go to the gym again because sorry, short-term memory. So that's creativity. Has to be fun. Smart. Let's try the bathroom maybe? I think that's. Sorry, I just don't remember. I like all the pictures on the back too. It also makes me very happy. That day you skipped class and just hang on the bathroom in respect to Nora 30. I guess some people just wanted to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give assertiveness, but you create boldness. Alright. I should probably write all this down. You notice Zoe with the big grin on the omega of chaotic nightmares as she used to form her face. It's adorable! Midori, guess what? Hey, guess what? My latest comic, Who Watches the Watchmen Have Sex, just got published in Weird Tales magazine. I worked so hard on it, and it's finally out there in the world. Nothing can ruin this moment for me. That sounds like a challenge. We have a kappa in here now? That's awesome. Leonard, come on. Why do you always have to slide into the DMs? Delighted moods. Wow, she is pop culture.
Because I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises.
What about world hunger, global warming, income inequality, human trafficking?
You didn't let me finish. I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises, in the world of fandom specifically.
Oh, cool.
It's not cool, Zoe. It's not cool that publishing houses are showering attention on marginalized authors just because inclusivity is hot right now. I mean, look at you. You got it all. You got you're purple. You're allegedly a woman. You come from a hideous dimension beyond mortal comprehension that any magazine would die to be able to associate you with its brand. But it's all shallow marketing stunt. And what's worse, it's distracting from the real injustice that liberal media is too scared to discuss. What about the artists who aren't a part of some cool, sexy, underrepresented minority? What about us? How are we supposed to get recognized?
If I was to entertain all the BS you just said, I say, I don't know. Maybe though a combination of talent and the numerous connections avenues you have available to you are a privileged member of society.
Don't use the P word around me, Missy. If I'm so privileged, then how come my comic Zombie Sluts on Fuck Island still has yet to be published?
Because you spend all your time complaining about non-existent obstacles instead of getting better at art.
Perhaps you have a point. Oh no, wait, I forgot you're a girl. This can't possibly be my fault. It's much more likely that the entire industry is biased against me.
Oh gosh, this is... Oh, yeah, I am a female nerd, but also I've seen these stereotypes, mostly online, but yeah. Ugh. Looks like there's only one way to solve this. You're way ahead, Ryu. You select the only option that makes sense. Alright, we gotta do something that will satisfy Zoe. For years, you possessed the gems of Grotto, a powerful artifact capable of raising 4 people from the dead. Why not resurrect 4 great artists and ask their opinions? Using the Cal Arts sorting hat to determine... Maybe... Oh, yay! Good thing I'm smart enough. Alright. You were saving the gems of Grow to resurrect your family in case he died all tragically for some reason, but that seems just as important. You reach into the nether realm and summon Velasquez, Goya, Picasso, and El Greco, the 4 greatest visual artists of all time. Oh hey, I recognize some of these guys. Picasso helped me design my layer of my mental anguish along with MC Escher and David Lynch. Hey Zoe, says Pablo Picasso. Long time no see. I heard you have some art for us to look at. I believe he is from Italy, Spain area. I forget. It's been a while.
Ron, we have 1 piece of art, mine, and 1 piece of trash, hers. Here they are.
Says El Greco, furrowing his brow at the paintings. What sort of art is this? You seem to have places numerous titillating images aside of your tiny boxes. I don't know what to make of this, says Goya, holding up Leonard's piece. But even to my untrained eye, this one appears to be what we refer in the art business a complete turd.
That's bullshit.
I don't know what I'm looking at. I either, says Picasso. But I like how you put everything in little squares. I have a thing about shapes. Personally, says Velasquez, I find Zoe's piece pleasantly reminiscent of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Rises, meted by hints of a magical girl manga and the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I love that comic. Of all also influenced by my own works. Sorry. Of the own work, as you can clearly see in my famous painting, Jasmine, yes.
Ah!
Yay! That was great. Leonard tries to tweet angrily about those 4 dead artists are part of the liberal establishment, but it doesn't work because they don't have Twitter, only Instagram. You gain 2 creativity and 1 smarts from hanging out with the famous dead painters. Yay. Maybe I should... Oh, it's lunchtime. She's kind of cool. Like, I love voicing her, I remember. But we're going after Zoe, so. Sit down with Zoe and Miranda. Miranda's paying no attention to her eating serfs, and Zoe is paying too much attention to them. Oh my gosh. They have cute costumes. I love this. Right. What are you doing, Zoe? Don't you know how rude it is to ogle another woman's eating serfs? I'm not ogling, I'm just researching for my fanfiction. My dear, when is it about royalty is not called fanfic, it's called propaganda. What? I'm not writing about you right now. I'm writing about your eating serfs. What? Yeah, it's gonna be great. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm going to dive in their inner lives, their hopes, dreams, and desires. Oh, don't be silly. Serfs don't have any of those things. Do they, serfs? The eating serf's eyes dart between Miranda and Zoe, terrified. Should they speak or should they just shut up and eat? Make many eye contacts with the 2 serfs suddenly. This will piss off Miranda, but... Oh, what the... Oops. Hopefully this doesn't change. Since Miranda's eating serfs are fish people, this is a lot like waking up to a human and deliberately eating a finger in front of them. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but your show up intimidation really makes Miranda serfs clam up. I love puns. Don't ever apologize for puns, please. Ah, yes, subtle threats of violence, a true sign of royal lineage. Ugh. What are the immortals are not wanting their flesh eaten? It's such a weird hang-up. If by weird you mean useful for controlling the masses, then I suppose I agree. The eating serfs tried their best to ignore you as they stuff food into their quivering mouths. Sorry, my voice was trying to hurt. You feel like they did the right thing, but you don't have much of a concise, so that way, not saying much anyway. Miranda's happy. I don't want Miranda! Alright, let's go to the
Welcome to my little shop.
buy some shit. I have shit that will boost your stats, shit that will lead you into stupid new adventures, even some shit that might it's much needed at some very specific modes. So take a look. Oh, that's an event. Oh gosh, I wish I could get cocaine. This one will do something for Miranda. Dang it! I bet you I could get I need something that will boost my charm. Yeah, it's $1, but everything else is $5. Let's see. we need this for a mask, but you know, it's something for Polly. That's Vera. If I had enough money, I'd get this. But I'm about to blow it all. No, we'll just exit. Human erection is so last year. So, yeah, I could have wasted my chance there, but you know. I think this is where I got charm. But yeah. Either fun. Let's see if we can get more charm. Okay. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take anymore, so you violently go up straight to the other team's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What was an unexpected twist? You gain Tame Righteous! But this is a game, so you'd be lucky if you could do anything with that. And 2 charm. So, okay, charm is in the gym. Alright, have to remember. So we're going to be spending a lot of time going between the gym and outdoors. I also forgot where to go make money. The next round, you find yourself in the team with Zoe, Miranda, Delilah, and the amalgam of fungus and fur that calls us a Violet Tate. You're losing. Wow, you're new. I'll stop all those dodgeballs with my face! Yes, good. Stand in front of me so that nothing ruins my expectancy. Coifter. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna. And Zoe, go over there. I don't know, eat their brains or something. No can do, friendo. Too busy laughing at all this failure and imagine everyone naked. Plus my popcorn's almost ready. No. No. You're doing this all wrong. We can see so clearly what this team problem is. Is it that we're not bad? Is it that we're bad at dodgeball? Of course not. It's that you're bad at relationships. Oh. It's so obvious. Dahlia has a perfect sports body, but no understanding of tactics. I'll teach you tactics right here in my... I'll tactics you right into the mouth. Wow, I cannot read. Miranda is a natural leader, but her frail figure makes her unfit for team athletics. I wear my brittle bones with pride as proof of noble inbreeding. But if they were to fuse into a single being, they would be unstoppable. You know, you might have a point. Princess Bustles, will you join your brawn with my brains? Sure, I can do that. I think I saw it on TV once. Time seems to freeze as... I think that's Delilah. Or Dahlia. Let's just say Dahlia right now. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Dahlia and Miranda spontaneously burst into dance. They gyrate, sashay, and pirouette towards each other until Dahlia picks up Miranda and puts her on her shoulders. It's just as we thought. The power of love has made them unstoppable on the dodgeball court. They are obviously in the competition with a combination of keen strategic insight and raw masculinity. Want to draw fan art but can't look away? Yes, love really does conquer. Uh-oh. Hey guys, the game's over. We won. You could stop subjugating the other team now. I mean it. Hey, stop establishing a police state and ruling with an iron fist. That's not what the gym is for. Oh jeez, they got him mad with power. If we don't do something to separate them, we're doomed. Hell yeah. You're great at fucking up shit. You hatch a devious plan. Alright, how can we make this up? Because our creativity's like, okay. You know what they say, three's a crowd. Invite a third wheel to come ruin their fusion. Miranda, that she really wants to follow Violet and Tate's advice, she should make sure to feed on her host brain. heal Zoe. And then, maybe? Dang it. My creativity is so bad. What? What? So you think Palmori is destined to fail by its very nature? He must be a riot in the bedroom. I'll have you know that my pal the Morrigan has been in a committed threesome with herself for 10,000 years. As if love is meant to be shared between one parasite and one host, no more, no less. Any fellow else is thin justification for emotional distance and not having your brain colonized by parasitic spores. Plus, 3 is an odd number. Someone's bound to feel left out. But what if it wasn't just 3? What if there were 4? Are you suggesting that Tate and I join the Mirandalia fusion? All I'm saying is that I ship that. Well, I mean, we never connected with anyone outside our host parasite bond. It could be quite a thrill. Oh wow, my spoils are getting all squishy. I think, just thinking about it. No, we can't. We shouldn't. You can. You should. Oh, alright. Freaky forward, here we come. Vinyl and Tate charge into the fray and join Mirandalia's already imposing fusion. The addition of 2 or more makes them really more powerful. They rule the gym with an iron fist. Everyone is pissed off at you for ushering the new age of terror. They're also, what is up with me? Gosh, I suck. But how Violet keeps moaning the whole time. You lose. Yeah. Dang it. I'm so good at this. I don't like you already, so. Alright. You approach Vera, who is conspicuously cutting up her enormous stack of credit cards and feeding the pieces to her snakes. Zoe's sitting right across the table, staring intently at Vera and frantically scribbling in a notebook. A little privacy, please. This is obviously a business luncheon, which means that it's a write-off. Zoe's longest purple tentacle creeps an inch closer to Vera, then scoots over to her with a whole chair a little closer. Back up, I bite. Interesting. Are you even listening to me? This is a life or death situation for you, dork. Not what I would have expected. Damn it, Zoe! Besides my obvious beauty and entrancing charm and tremendous wealth, what are you looking at? Oh, isn't that obvious? Zoe flips over her notes to reveal a master chart of Vera snakes. All the differences between them. They are so many arrows and symbols and snakes that you're worried she might actually be summoning some kind of fanfic demon. At first, I was really into my main ship of front left snake with back center snake. They just have a really natural pairing, you know? But then I started thinking, what about the rivalry between all 3 front snakes and how it could be this kind of triangle / rivalry / hate sex kind of thing? Zoe. And honestly, it's just really got me into questions about the rules of the snake verse. Like, how can they get married? Can they move positions on the head? Do they have tails? Are they inside your head? And Zoe! Vera, you just have to tell me. How do the snakes poop? I have to know! That is enough. You are hereby banished from this table. Go ship my snakes far away from a safe distance before I get a restraining order. You little purple disaster. You decided to intervene because 1, you care about your friends, 2, you don't want to have to see them kill each other, and 3, you've been wondering about the whole snake poop thing yourself. Vera might be knowing the engines preferences, but it could be. So yes, this one sounds very Zoe-like. Dang it! Every time! Whoa, shipping Vera with the abstract concept of being alone? Is that even possible? I think it's the ultimate match, I assure you. So simple yet so genius. Well, I wouldn't want to stand in the way of true love. Do you mind if I fan art of this? Go ahead. I'll invoice you for the usage of my likeness, and I'll take 99% of the cut of any gross merchandising and international signing rights for the visual design of the abstract concept of loneliness. I'll get started right away. You managed to get Vera some alone time, and you get her another licensed property to mercilessly milk for her cash. I suppose you're not totally useless. Keep it up and I might decide to learn your name. Remember my name? That makes sense. Let's just go out here. That day during recess, you start half an hour in and it goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rap party. You gain 2 fun. So, I was playing FOF.
Oh, I was playing FOF. I'm Zoe and I was playing FOF. I hope that stands for fuck off faker, because that's who you are, a faker.
What? How do you figure, Leonard? I was just trying to tell Midori how much fun I was having.
Being a fake gamer girl, because if you were a real gamer girl, you wouldn't need to talk about how fun games are, would you? You'd be playing them instead. A real fan doesn't go around shoving their fanness in people's faces, just like, that's just what girls do, because they're just doing it for attention.
Wow. Yeah, I just hate this guy already. Leonard, literally all you do is try to prove that you're a real fan. You're the one who interrupted this perfectly normal conversation.
Fake conversation.
Leonard!
Fake Leonard. No, wait. Real Leonard, girls are the fake ones.
So, are you saying that there are no real gamer girls?
I thought I met one once. She wasn't like all the other girls. Right up till she was the bitch friend zone. She was when the bitch friend zoned me and went and dated some asshole Chad Charbara.
So, I've actually had someone like gasp for air when I just had like a gamer hoodie on kind of thing. I'm only a casual gamer, so I'm not as hardcore as others, but you know, I'm just casual. I like playing for fun like this and such. It's like a more relaxing kind of gaming. And so he came up and he was like, oh my gosh, a gamer girl, they actually exist. I'm like, yeah, we do. He's like, I can't believe I found one in RL. And I'm like, oh gosh, please send help. I don't know how to react to this. But I kind of got him to calm down, and then when I had an opportunity, I kind of walked away because I was scared. Wait, how did that have to do with anything with her? Her interest in gaming? Poor Zoe. She's new enough to this whole being a high school girl that thing when she has no idea that there is no reasoning with Leonard's of the world. Not to be the white knight or anything, but you really should step in and find a way to distract Leonard so you and Zoe can discuss absolutely gender neutral topics like gaming and peace. I feel like they'll get more attention on me. Maybe this one? Yay! Yes! I heard that. They were saying every way of enjoying video games is valid as long as it's fulfilling for your personnel.
What? Who said that? No wrong way to enjoy video games. That's insane. What about a casual of friends? That's the wrong way to enjoy video games.
Oh gosh.
How about enjoying them in a way that doesn't shit on other people's enjoyment just because they're perceptive devices from yours? That doesn't sound right, now does it?
Wow, I really hate this man.
Fucking cucks trying to ruining video games for everyone else. I need to put an end to this room right now.
Wow. Good timing. Well, his voice does a number on me. I hope I don't have any more lettered interaction. Oh, wow. Wow. Anyway, I was playing FOF the other day. Zoe gets to finish her story uninterrupted, and you get to learn about her passions and interests. What a delightful way to gain 2 charm and 1 fun. We have a while to go. Okay. I think this is the one where I earn money. Library PCs might need some Bitcoin. This is also supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms on the rise of this, but you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how that really works. Anyway, you gain 2 Bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million, which apparently equals to 2 Monster dollars, so 2 money. You're going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you notice her surrounded by a crowd of sinister, cloaked figures. She seems pissed about it. Cult people! Cult people! Cult people! Cult people! Cult people! Yay. Guys, stop it! I don't want any dead goats. I'm at school. But we understand you perfectly, Lord Zagord. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats than to sacrifice to your dark hunger. What? No! That's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zagord anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Midori? I can't stand to be around those jerks. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you in unconcealed awe. Well, okay, concealed, but they're terrifying masks. By their terrifying masks, but still. Zagord addresses you by name. How do you not go mad with pleasure? It addresses you almost as if you were an equal. It passed within inches of your final mortal frame. And yet, what's more, it mentioned rain. How could that be? It was referred from a fabled storm of cerebral fluid, which will one day come to quench all sanity. Brothers, sisters, bow down before Midori, for she is clearly the prophet of Zagord. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. The blood of many goes once pleased Zagord, and yet now we don't understand what has changed. That's pretty obvious. Perhaps, given your special relationship with our incorruptible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that will please it. Fuck it. You got nothing better to do. You decide to be a prophet for the day. You go tell them what they should be really sacrificing. Important to learn from your mistakes. So sacrifice another goat, but right thing. No, we're gonna go with this one. Creative. But our harmful prejudices are precious to us. They were a reminder of reliability, pleasant. The better to unplease Zagord. Maybe that's how it was with Zagord, but you explained that Zoe's got an entirely different set of standards that doesn't involve being a bigot. Yes, your wisdom is truly subtle and deep. Very well. Bring out the prejudices. One of the closest swords was a steel banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. You're not sure exactly what's inside, but it smells pretty racist. Now, bring out the vat of acid we always carry on. Yeah, a vat of acid? That's terrifying. Where were they keeping all this stuff? Those ropes must be really roomy. Now dissolve the prejudices in acid. Go on, do it. The box dissolves in the sound of 1,000 grandmothers disapproving of your gender identity. We're suddenly unprotected from new and radical ideas. The revelations are flooding in. Could it be that we have been jerks? Alas, it is true. It is true also that our Lord demands us for one further sacrifice. It is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past. In the names
Zagorda's gone, perished along with the dark timeline that gave it birth, and here now we are rededicated ourselves to a new cult. The cult of Zoe! Wow, that worked way better than you expected. Maybe you can dissolve the prejudices and other bigots in acid too. Or maybe you could just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, you gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Alright. I'm gonna go buy a book for Zoe. Oh, but I love their... I'll do that. I like it. Because the coven is fun. In a totally normal way, Liam happens to sit down at the same lunch table as the coven. Suddenly, you hear a loud gasp across the cafeteria. Every single one of Zoe's mouths are hanging open. You pull a chair and Zoe rushes over. Oh boy. I like the coven, they're fun. Wow, this is what I think it is. Liam and the coven sitting together. Do I smell a 5th season revival? Stop it. By the way, there are any other 3 seasons, fall, winter, and eternal compilation of the void. OMG, this is totally the classic return of the long lost. I'd like to save the world once again. Or maybe there's still some fire between Liam and Joy. Do you know anything about boundaries? Not really. Listen, we're no longer allies, and that doesn't mean that we can't sit at the same table or anything. It is literally just a lunch table. Just a flat piece of wood with 4 legs. It means nothing. Quick, use your boundless comprehension and wisdom to mediate this minor dispute between your friends. Oh gosh. That's exactly what someone would say if they're hiding a secret. Double crossing. I thought my cat was doing something weird in the background. I think we're missing some real chemistry. Let's just go in. We'll go yeah! Did you just say the word gasp? Oh, gasp! Whatever. Did you just say the word gasp, like, out loud instead of just gasping? Oh, sorry, I'm still getting used to non-endless despair deities emotion sounds like psh and explosion. But you're totally right. This is obviously the ploy to keep me off the set. Holy moly, I can't wait for this season. Zoe looks overjoyed. You better start practicing your own emotion sounds. Yay, pizzas and smooch. Alright. Time to go buy a book for Zoe. This is an event, but you know. Alright. So, I hope she likes this. Not too sure, but you know, we'll see. Alright, Charm, the fun was outside, so let's go outside. It's pretty cool, but it only lasts for so little. That day during recess, you start half an hour raid. The goal is about Chris. You're talking to Juan, the small magical Latino cat, when he tells you that you won't even be as fun as Bob the scary clown. You accept the challenge. You go straight up to Bob, stab him several times, open his bleeding chest, and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun. Really? Do you think that's how it works? Well, it is. Time to get 2 plus fun from Bob. I don't care about Bob. You're wandering down the hallway, reading Dragon as soon as you can. Ah, dang it! I thought I got. Oh well, because Paul. You're actually reading erotic fan fiction about dragons. Because we totally love dragon heat. I'm all about 19th century Russian literature, but a ghost girl can't say no to some erotic fan fiction. Am I right? I've literally been working on my Morgana Von Belcher cosplay all week. Don't worry about why. Speak for yourself, Polly. I never. Okay, fine, I may have read Dragonheart, but don't go around just telling people. Psh, we're clearly safe with her. A fellow Dracophile can totally be trusted. Can always be trusted. Are you sure? I mean, anyone in the Dragonheart must have a wicked mind. 297 chapters and counting, and it still manages to amaze me with all the new levels of Ron. Yeah, right. I fucking love it. Yeah, I must admit, I'm a bit vanilla when it comes to fave chapters. Mine is the one where Harold McDonald Horace, the Hydra, and the deranged Draco Delacour have to rest for an inn after the Choking Bay adventure, only to discover they just have one. They only have one available bed. There's only one bed. The classic fanfic trick that never fails. Huh. Yes, that was good. I personally prefer the one where Vanessa unmasks her masked savior after a past guest only discover it's herself. And then it's a total gangbang. I'm not a fan fiction of time travel, but sign me up for some good self-assess. Amen. What about you, Midori? What's your favorite story arc?
Nothing to worry about. You'll just be revealing your inner kinks to us. No pressure. So since I'm not really going for either of them, I'm kind of hoping that I can get off this event and go back to Zoe. Because I didn't realize it was with them. I thought it'd be with Zoe. You know, fanfiction, whatever. Easy. The specific will discover the chosen one who can control the mythical Sacabro dildo that can have a super orgy. So they. Well, what about the exclusive chapter I've written myself?
What?
Let me see. Kara takes the pages from your hands, and they both start reading. They devour your piece of art in a mere minutes. Just wow.
Yeah, boo! This is wonderful. So full of twists, Harold all unsettled from being betrothed to the evil queen, Rosequeef. And then it turns out. Wow, that was Polly's voice.
And then it turns out the insecurity wasn't due to marrying his mortal enemy, but it's because he didn't know if he could please the most sexually dragoness of the 8 kingdoms. Kind of nice that you show him so vulnerable.
So he goes and sticks his dick in a pie to practice. Classic, but then, oh no! The magic properties of his dick grant the pie to life. Hashtag mind blown.
Yes, and I thought for a moment it was the cheap trick for comedic purposes, but then it went all in with the love triangle between Harold the Queen, and the pie. I was most appalled. I must applaud your boldness there, and the level and depth in the emotions. I've never expected it from a fanfic of a fanfic.
Also, stick tons of pie stick. That pie really knows how to use its pie hole. Midori, here's the dorksy cheap erotic dragon fanfic. Sweetheart, you should post it. You'll be king of AO3 in no time.
Yes, and a brilliant, deviant mind is definitely arousing.
But yeah, it is. Maybe someday you can write down an erotic play for us to enact, if you know what I'm talking about.
We all know, Polly. Be sure, but sure.
6 skills in fanfic. Right, obvious skills, so printing cup.
You can read it. Alright. Well, here we are. We sit down with Zoe and Polly. Zoe is slurping up sanity out of a Tupperware containers with several of her mouths, and Polly isn't eating anything at all. You feel a little uncool for being the only one with this table with eating normal food. Speaking of eating food, oh yeah, Midori, can I read your thoughts? Sorry, only your thoughts. Sorry, why are you even here, Polly?
Why are any of us here, Zoe? The universe is vast and full of mysteries.
No, come on. I mean, really, why are you here in the cafeteria? I mean, Miranda comes here to supervise her eating serves, and Leon comes here because he peremptorily feeds on food pics. But if you don't feed on anything at all, so why are you here? Why aren't you out doing drugs or getting laid or something?
Well, because
it seems like Polly might be on the verge of an existential crisis. Those are really serious for ghosts.
Save her!
I like that because I'm going for Zoe.
Yes, the chilled as...
OMG, what?
What?
I'm actually the ghost of a famous chef.
Wow! This is definitely going to make the next fanfic. What chef? Guldia Chais, Martha Boulard, Gordon Ramsay, but a fish person?
That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I was pretty high when I died. But, like, I'm really good at cooking when I'm sober, which is not often. So I must have been a chef, right?
The nice thing is no one knows how Polly died. She's just here.
That is the only logical explanation. I hereby decline this a canon.
You are proud to have been here for this historic moment when even you, for a fact, almost everything about Polly just said she was bullshit. Minus the cooking part. You've been there, and she's actually pretty decent on it when it comes sober. But who are you to steal this moment from Zoe? She winks at you from violent spits at her face. Alright. But who are you? Sorry, I had to pause for a moment because I needed to order some food for dinner. Alright. Who are you to steal this moment from Zoe? She winks at you with one of the bottomless pits of her face. Nice. Okay. Charm. That's... Boldness is the bathroom. Charm. It was a charm was in the gym. But she's in the gym. Dang it. Let's go with fun then. You started a rave, you casually chit-chatting. Oh, we already read this one. Just casually start chatting with Juan, the small magical Latino cat. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know, the one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining in to hear the story, but by the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people or so burst out into hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns into 2+ fun. Woohoo! And later you're carrying around your precious dragon heart when you're spotted by Miranda and Damien. Wow, dragon heart! I love it! You also may not know this about Damien to look at him, but it turns out he, too, is a hopeless romantic at heart. Are we reading that same series? I'm in it for the Dragon Dawn. Miri, nothing so bad yet but good. Yet so good as a billionaire dinosaur. Maybe gay. Damien, you are being utterly foul. Don't profane the deep emotional connection between Harold McDonhard and Godiva Genitalia. Galatania. Deep emotional connection. Is that what the latest chapter ends with Harold finally boning Godiva and then wakes up to find him gone? The cliffhanger must be entirely misleading. People simply do not abuse each other's love and trust that way. I worry about you, Miri. I really, really do. I just desperately want to know what happens in the next Dragonheart. Do you think Harold's capable of being so mean-spirited? Alright, same thing again. I'm only going for Zoe, so you know. you're right. Really look at Damien's tender messages and what he's capable of, shall we?
Aha! That'll solve everything. Forthwith, real life logic applied to the fictional circumstances always clears things up. No, wait, don't!
Too late. Miranda snatches Damien's phone and uses some kind of mermagic magic able to unlock the phone and open Tinder.
Wait, Damien, the things you're saying to these people. No! They're beautiful. Never in my life have I ever read such heartfelt, soul-wrenching expressions of deep love. I mean, a sonnet based on each person's username? Beautiful. I can only hope that one day someone will treat me with the same affection you show those you court online.
That's not me. That's a lame-ass poet hacked my character because of reasons. Yeah, that's what happened.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, Damien. This is a beautiful and being so vulnerable takes courage.
Ah, fine. Okay, I think love is metal, but fuck, getting vulnerable unsettles me up fucking big time. And yeah, I fucking think McDonald truly loves go to events, so he might have a good reason for his sudden disappearance.
I know, right? I knew he couldn't be mean-spirited, and I know you couldn't either, Damien. Doesn't it feel good to have shared your softer side?
Fuck you, Mary. Fuck you hard. But yes.
Huzzah!
Yay, everyone believes in love. The real question is, might they believe in love with you? That's the real cliffhanger. 2 charm and 1 boldness. Well, getting pretty good stats right now. The only one is money, but you know, that's whatever. Charm, creativity. Let's go on here. You are the struck by the lightning of inspiration when you come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you, but it is also known as one of the most douchebaggy moves in the world. But the nickname is also innovative, and you appreciate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain 2 creativity. Well, the devs dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask other players to call you by that name until the end of this run. I'm playing by myself, so you know, Midori's already a nickname for me, so have fun with that. You're rehearsing for the Colton Eye when you are super psyched for your big number. Shall we dance in worship of the unholy lords? But you can tell Zoe isn't really feeling it.
Sorry, Midori. I just really want to get this right, you know? I mean, plays are just the fan fiction of the theater.
Sure.
I just don't know how to get into the middle. I don't know how to get into the mind of a cultist. Well, actually, I used to literally get into the minds, but cultists all the time, but that was because back then I ate their minds and fed off their insanity. But that doesn't mean I get to know and understand them. It just means that they were delicious. They were just delicious snacks. I've always been the cultine, never the cultist. Plus some of that was like a millennia ago. I'm sure cults have evolved since then. You know what? Screw it. If I'm going to win a Trolley Pixie Award or Trolley, we're going to need to get a full method. What's the best way to simulate an actual cultist experience? Join the most modern, less murdery, most culty expert version. Cult gross fit. Start playing the free-to-play, play-to-win mobile game, which can only be successful by playing 12 hours a day, tricking all your friends into joining, or sacrificing to go. Oh! Dang it, I should have. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, I've seen games like this before. It's great because they say free-to-play, and then they totally aren't, and no strings and negative consequences are. Right. You give Zoe and her new games, see where go to get acquainted, and when you see her, oh, you really need to get better at giving directions. You just specify how many goats to sacrifice. I thought if I sacrifice 1 goat, it'd be pretty good. 2 goats even better. 5 goats great, and 666 goats, and the number of the beast would be the best possibility. But I guess I was too many goats because it made me so good at the game. Now I own the game. Instead of
funneling all my money into this thing. Everyone's giving all their money to me, and now everyone who plays the game is giving me their bank account info, and as well as permitting me to more or less dictate the schedule of their lives and control their emotions via this dumb tech. My life isn't in peril. I'm just once again impelling the lives of others at my whims. This is basically my old job over again. Ugh is right. You lose Zooey's trust as well as 2 charm and 1 creativity. Alright, last lunch, and then this, and this, and then I could try to. Custer is having a nice quiet lunchtime, charging when Zoe interrupts his revere with a question. Hey, Custer! I'm making a quiz so students can figure out which spooky high vending machine they are. You're friends with the vending machines, right? I am friends with every person, friend Zoe. Sorry, King Girls reference. They did friend dog and all that for, I believe it was a Chuck E. Cheese one. But like, are the vending machines people that you're friends with? That is rather an insulting question. Yes, vending machines are people, and yes, I am friends with them. Oh, so vending machines have feelings? Of course they have feelings. Which feelings? Put in the dial-up noise. I do not know. I am a terrible friend. Oh man, don't be sad. We can figure this out together for my quiz, but how can we talk to the vending machines about their feelings? Yeah. Someone say obsessive online research? Yes, it was Midori. Let's do it, Custer. Pull up the manuals. Manuals acquired. Opening section 32D. Discovering your vending machine's mood. It says here that there's an analog switch at the back of each vending machine. That's the emotional state. Let's go look. Huh? It looks like they're all set to crushing despair. Why are all these set to crushing despair? It seems that that seems to be the factory default. Should we change it? Best not tamper with the factory default. Okay, hey Midori, as long as we're doing excuse me. Exhaustive online research. Want to go down a Wikipedia hole with me? That's not a hole you want to go down with, Zoe, but starting a vending machine, emotional states, and end up at dark rituals, specifically involving cabbage. Last one. So you don't get, so on this you don't actually get the store on the last one, but I have this, so. Oh. Wow, I'm an idiot. We could have just hovered over it the whole time. Oh boy. Charm. Let's go to the gym for one last round. Human interaction with the peak when you just had to go for it with all your teammates. You're totally memorized by the epic. It's like, damn, you know how to get people over hurt. 2 charm. Yay. You know you're doing that thing that gives you the most life breeding dragon heart when you approach by Scott and Lee. Man, I thought Leonard's voice gave me a hard time. His is bad too. A filler concert of the Dracula arts. Here, Scott and I were also experts on the topic, an unexpected duo. Yeah, Leah and I are totally, our fandom buddies. We love to discuss the things we love on our fan stuff wikis and forums. We're the best fandom buds, even if we don't always agree to it, like the Strike-O Markapoo thing. Oh gosh. Okay, first let's be clear. I engage in passionate fandom conversations only in an ironic way as celebrating low culture, which I truly despise. Second, for the 100th time, after spending years in Kidbook's dimension, Marco is now actually in his 30s. That isn't right after he dates a 16-year-old girl. These details matter, Scott. Think how wrong it would be for me to
and like 400 to date someone from the school if you were actually teenagers instead of being much more convincingly in your 20s. Anyway, enough meta discussion. Scott and I are here in a situation. Even if our priorities different, we disagree. Our opinions are superior in comprehension with the rest of the strangers of the Dragonheart Wiki. Yeah, yes to that. Liam here is like super smart, and I'm a good boy, so my ideas should be good too. Well, people on the wiki can be really mean sometimes. We need to gain their respect so we can convince them to be good boys too. Scott is right. We need somehow earn the role of moderator so that we can show all these lesser beings who's boss when it comes to the Dragonheart fandom. But how? I'm sure you'll give us an absurd yet effective idea for solution that could be expected from good old Midori.
Oh, I thought it was gonna actually click one. Oh. Let's just write a fanfic.
Ah, yes. Let's fight wielding art. Ah, yes. Let's fight wielding our art as our weapon.
Yeah, weapons are fun. Liam opens up a new document on his laptop.
So let's see. We should create a very nun's piece of fiction.
What about if the three of us and the 34,972 users of the Dragonheart Wiki community were co-workers at a bookshop?
Delightfully disruptive, Scott. Keep going.
Okay. So, we're all mean to each other like in real life, except the town's mayor is visiting the bookshop next month, and it turns out that we're breaking the law because because in this universe people can't work at a bookshops if they're single, and we're all single. Not good.
Oh, weight of the conflict. I can even feel it in my fingertips. Amazing. Don't stop.
And then we all fake that we're married together. There's 34,930 of us.
Smartly inspected as an astute facade. Tensions, although overwhelming.
Faking a marriage is all we learn more about each other. The mayor comes and he's happy, everyone is happy, until a really bad blizzard comes to town, trapping everyone in the bookshop, and uh-oh.
Monster kind versus nature, the oldest on the rivalries.
So Liam, who's like super smart, says, "Hi, I'm Liam, the vampire. We should all snuggle together to get warm."
Desperate situations call for desperate measures, yes.
And the blizzard goes away, and everyone is happy and has learned to respect each other. And thanks to the snuggling together, they all say, "We're saved! Hooray! Hooray to Liam for being so smart! Hooray to Scott for being such a good boy! And hooray to Midori for proposing this creation of this nice fanfic."
A very meta final touch, Scott, okay.
Can I call him Scotty? I love him. But then it reminds me of that one song of Scotty Doesn't Know.
Okay, a masterpiece has been born. Let's post it on the wiki so it is deservedly immortalized.
Some hours later. And the users of the Dragonheart Wiki start to comment about how moving your fanfic is and how they met their inner feelings thanks to this and how capable of acknowledging your leadership skills. So that makes it the three of you moderators.
It truly opens people's minds, Scott. I must admit, we're done a true fanfiction, a TWRP.
Hooray! Ooh, fanfics of trios. Ooh la la, you truly impressed these two. And you sexy creative motherfucker. You gain 2 charm and creativity. Oh, I just need one more fun but that's the problem. So you can try to get everyone else, or you can like just go to prom by yourself. But we want Zoe. Yes, please. You finally pluck up the courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you. Oh, that's very flattering. But I could never date you. You seem... Oh, damn it. I could never get the dates. I'm not that dateable. You see, my favorite secret ship has been Midori X, a bowl of cereal. Don't get me wrong, you're funny and sort of sexy, but what kind of person would I be if I destroyed my favorite ship ever? A monster, but like the bad kind. So, hard pass. Ugh, who needs prom? You focus on your career goal of becoming a renowned surgeon. You studied hard and passed all the tests. Unfortunately, no hospital wanted to hire you because turns out going to prom with a cool date is an essential requirement on a surgeon resume. And so you never got the job. In the end, you became homeless. You don't even dare to think about the Monster Prom. Well, the Monster Prom isn't important. Ugh. Best waifu! New secret endings, new events, new 16 outcomes. Wow. Most likely to survive a year drinking her own pee. Nice. But I did get pretty good stats. But just did not woo Zoe. Outcomes, events, total runs. So I played this obviously before. So. So I played this before. I've only gotten 3 endings. So. Yeah. Look at all these beautiful people! So apparently he's one of the secret endings as well. Those 6 weeks provided the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. But after Monster Problems, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does. Life happened, and it's wonderful. So, I think yours have researching an obscure trivia for her steamy fanfic paid off. She got a job consulting the company who makes fantasy sex toys and based on beloved pop culture characters. Now she rakes in the big bucks, designing blueprints of stuff like the taco, Demogorgon, and the vagina of the Statue of Liberty. Liam honored his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. That's kind of cool. Vera realized she was a character in a video game, which infuriated her. She spent her whole life making connections and building power because she was not part of the game. She plays the game. So be careful. Maybe now she's the one pulling your strings. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle of the Monster Prom might have ended then, but there was plenty of battles left in a war called youth. Once again, you were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. They always have like nice pictures. I wonder if I'll have the background song. It's probably like I did lower the volume. But look at this. This is so great. I remember the writer was oh gosh, who was it? My brain just died. Slenderman. That's the one I wanted to remember. But yeah, I had for the player one, I had a crush on the Frankenboy. So I was like, yeah. And some of these pictures are new, so it's really cute looking. Some of them I remember, and then some of them are just, yeah, that one in the back, on the drums. Very cool. Frank juice. But yeah. So here's all the voice actors. Oh, dang it. Well, maybe next time I'll play with the voices so we can hear Prozine and... Oh, wow, I am just missing a lot of people. Because Dan was in here too. I should look this up on whose voice is who now again. But yeah, it's great. Now I love that Game Grumps, so I didn't hear you no more. Yeah. But hey, Monster Prom was pretty fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry my voice died off kind of halfway through, but male voices are kind of bad for me, in the sense of it just kills my throat. But yeah. So here we are. And so I hope you enjoyed it. Shop. No, that's a paper map. Oh, 7 new images in the gallery. See? I think these are the ones I've unlocked. And people who ran away from me. I've gotten these ones before too. Yeah. And this is just more art. See, isn't it great? Oh, I haven't even met these guys yet. Oh! She's so pretty. Yeah, I definitely want to cosplay from here, but that's a lot of paint I gotta go through. Ooh, and fan art. That's great. Oh. Alright. Well, we'll end it here. And we'll call it a good night. Have a good night, everyone. And thanks for stopping by to check out this recording. I'll hopefully get the live streaming stuff figured out soon. Talk to you later. Agent Midori, out.